Show, broadcasting live from Zenith TV in Hollywood, or not in Hollywood, we're in LA. Okay, so on Tuesday, March 14th, 6 to 7 p.m., the Love Witch DVD signing at Amoeba Music, 6400 West Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles. Join filmmaker Anna Biller in celebration of the DVD Blu-ray release of her latest creation, a film written, directed, produced, and edited by Anna, in addition to costume design. A gorgeously realized and darkly humorous story exploring female fantasy and the repercussions of pathological narcissism. A luscious tribute to Technicolor thrillers of the 60s. Shot and designed with admirably compulsive attention to tone and composition, says the New York Times. Biller's 35mm cult feature Viva and 16mm art film shorts have screened at major film festivals and art spaces around the world. She is known for her use of classic and totally outdated film genres to talk about female roles within culture, coding feminist ideas within cinematic aesthetics and visual pleasure. And there's more. She creates all of her own costumes and set designs, makes many of the props and paintings, and composes and scores her own films, emulating the look and feel of classic cinema. The Love Witch was made using only traditional film processes. And on Wednesday, March 15th, 10 to 11 p.m., the Multimedia Show at the Clubhouse, 1607 North Vermont Avenue in Los Angeles, a full-blown multimedia variety show run by imbeciles. That was appropriate. These technologically challenged boneheads handle extremely extensive equipment. I'm so sorry, you guys, but this is just what I'm reading. Handle extremely expensive equipment while executing tech-inspired bits that are not worth the trouble. All this with no tech rehearsal, so bring your smartphone. No need to put it on vibrate. And Instagram, Periscope, Vine, Snapchat, and tweet with them, because there is no social media account that wants to miss this. A show of this complexity has never been attempted in Hollywood. Everyone present will become famous or electrocuted. Free admission, donations accepted. Okay, so what a mess that was. Okay, so today, now it's exciting. I have in the studio with me a quickly rising young group of super talented musicians on a mission to bring back concept-driven music. Lyrically, you guys are sighing. Lyrically, heavily poetic and deep with hook-like melodies. A unique sound described as prog meets pop meets message. Please welcome Cassette Culture! Yay! And the crowd goes wild. Okay, guys, introduce yourselves in the mic.
I'm Gabe. I'm Evan.
Okay, that's not enough. Gabe, what do you play? What do you do?
I play bass.
Okay, he plays bass. Bass people don't talk, except Chuck Wright. He talks.
I'm Evan, and I play the drums.
I'm Jacob. I do vocals and guitar.
He does them.
I make them.
He makes them go. He makes them work.
I'm Dylan. I play guitar and keyboards.
You're Dylan Knight 103 or some weird handle on Facebook.
Is that me?
Yeah, I think is there a bazillion Dylans?
Oh,
there's a lot of Dylan Knights, right?
There's some really good Dylan Knights. I'm friends with many of them on Facebook.
Oh, of course. Hey, we got the same name, dude. We got to get together. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about your name. I'm sure you guys are probably tired of talking about your name. Are you?
Only as long as you don't ask us if we know what a cassette is, or if we've ever seen one in our lifetime.
Yeah,
People ask you that?
Yeah, it's. I mean,
I wouldn't ask you that.
they're obsolete at this point. So I guess they assume that we know nothing about past culture, but everything's kind of coming back, and that also kind of ties in with the name. So it's kind of like a throwback culture we're living in right now, and.
Yeah, but what's interesting about cassette culture, or cassettes in general, is what they gave the music industry, musicians, not the industry, but they gave musicians freedom, which kind of started maybe a downward spiral, I don't know. But they were able to, the music was put into, more in the musicians' hands and really kind of blew up, the hip-hop scene and, of course, punk. They were just doing their own thing. Didn't matter. And that's kind of, the good thing about music is that's what it's for, is to share it with people and to enjoy it and to do it and to be real about it, like you guys are. You guys are totally, like, real, stepping out of the box, doing your own thing, which is in alignment with the cassette culture. Now, the crappy sound, maybe not.
Well, we're good at doing that, too, so.
You're good at the crappy sound? Okay, I don't agree with that.
Hey, thank you.
Okay, but it's basically, lo-fi cassettes were lo-fi. And people there is like this thing, just like the vinyl, it's not really different than that, except it's a lot cheaper. And that's what's great about it, is cheaper.
Portability.
Yeah.
What's that?
Portability.
Oh, and portability. And I think you guys should do it. Are you guys going to record on that?
I
think you should.
We've spoken with some producers and stuff, and there's talk about recording bass and drums on with cassette tape and stuff. So I don't know about doing the whole thing through an 8-track or something. I think that we have too many layers to make that sound good. But it's always an idea that could be utilized.
there are producers that are actually doing that. Burger Records, that was they're the main one. They're not far away. And but people are actually doing that, producing those in limited editions. I think is like the bomb. So you could just release a certain amount, and then those are something better than a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Vinyl's too expensive. I mean, people give those out too or sell those. Those are expensive to make and expensive to buy and just expensive. But what they're trying to get is that old sound, that you miss with digital. You do.
Yeah, I have a cassette player in my car.
Yay!
It is really really trebly. There's a lot of treble, and it's terrible. But it's kind of my favorite part about it, is that it's so
Do you see?
bad.
Okay, so that's what people. I think. Okay, so part of I think the draw to you guys' sound is there's a freshness to it, a newness to it, but there's also this weird nostalgic thing, which fits perfect with your name. Because your sound is kind of this, it's new, but it's also this mixture of things that sound familiar. If you hear a song for the first time you've never heard before, like that you guys wrote, and it sounds familiar, that's going to be a hit. I mean, there's just, you know what I'm saying? Because you're already hooked. I'm already hooked on you guys' music. I mean, it's crazy because it's familiar. It sounds like, to me, when I first heard it, sounded kind of like Bowie-ish. And I'm like, seriously? He sounds like Bowie. Okay, let's just do that the little reel that I put together, which is just some of their performances and some slides and some things, so you can kind of check it out. And it is to one of their new songs. So check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Cassette Culture!
a dance they can't recall. Actors crawl out of their graves when they claim to have lost it all. The world that tastes of an honest flame, making ways that greed and trade. But I just won't leave it, I guess I'll move on till
should be sweating. You shouldn't be in this profession.
You're completely right. Oh, it's
Yeah,
good.
it's
God,
it's
those live shows are terrible.
no, it's that's why. Well, I did use part of the audio's always bad.
Yeah, that's
on
what I meant.
those.
Not they sounded great.
No, but I do have your video too, your real video of this.
Oh man, they're using the.
So, did you like it? Did you like it? Answer me. Okay, so that was just kind of a hodgepodge, a reel of some of their performances, which they've performed in some amazing places already, like ridiculous. Like you guys had your premiere at
Troubadour?
the Troubadour.
That was
Aren't you guys like super stoked to be at the Troubadour and the Whiskey A Go Go? Like seriously?
The Troubadour is one of the best shows I've ever played, I think.
We were stoked when we were there.
No, yeah, that was. I don't. It's. I never. That was actually my first.
Talk at the mic, or I'm gonna have to see. It's always the singer that can't use the mic right.
It's
Like
your
a
job.
Silly.
I thought that I've never been to the Troubadour before that show,
you
and it
hadn't?
was really interesting. Like we kind of went in there and like everything, it was just sort of all run down, which I know is kind of like the aesthetic of it, and I kind of
Yeah, whiskey's kind of like that too.
yeah, and I didn't really know what to think of it at that point, but then they got all the show lights and stuff on there, and it was just really
But you
cool
know what's
show.
cool about like the thick layers of dirt and grime that are in those places? That dirt and grime is like, the Doors.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
sticky door, but it's wood. You
No,
you never
I
know.
think
No,
the band-
seriously, no, I'm talking about the bands
Oh.
that have played there before you, and you can kind of like feel their energy in the room. Like those places freak me out. The Whiskey, I love the Whiskey because of all the people that have played there. I was there with Jack Russell of Great White not long ago in the VIP room upstairs, and it was cool because he was playing there, and he says, in 2 days, it'll be 37 years since I first was in this room. And he says, looks about the same. So I don't think a lot of stuff, well, I don't know about the same as far as dirt. Okay, we're going to go on a break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, so what'd you think? What'd you think? Okay, so what you guys are laughing at my logo, aren't you?
Oh, it's good.
We're just elevating the
I'm
creative
admiring.
I appreciate
culture.
it. No, it's
I appreciate it too.
Could I
Okay.
get a copy of that, actually?
Yes, of
Yes.
course.
some stickers.
I can
These stickers-
sign it. I
Yeah,
can sign it.
yeah.
Stickers. You guys are funny. Okay, so how serious are you guys in this music career? You seem pretty serious. Is this what you guys want to do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
You ever
there's-
hear that joke, Mama, when I grow up, I want to be a musician, and Mama says, you got to choose. Which I always thought was really great. And yeah, I mean, if we had a choice, wouldn't we not grow up? So yeah, let's be a musician. So how serious are you guys? This is what you want to do?
Yeah.
Well,
You want to go?
I think it's the only way out for us.
The only way out. Out of what? Out of this crazy world we live in now?
Um,
The only way out. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I think each of us have I think each of us have in our own different ways have a difficult time kind of fitting into the model that we've grown up in, the societal model and all that. And you know, playing music is a
Way to break out of it.
It's kind of a way to make something of ourselves in the world.
Make a difference. Make a change. Make a change.
For ourselves, maybe.
Well,
for
or
others.
just at least show a different side. Show people that there's. I mean, it's inspiration. That's why I do the show, because the creative people, they're the ones that are changing things because they're still doing their thing. And I mean, the real creatives aren't going by what people say is popular or what you should do and make you money. Unfortunately, that's why we're all poor. But but they're coming up with, you know, great things that inspire people. And the more people we inspire, the better the world will get. Okay, that said, let's watch your new video. When did this come out? Not long ago, huh?
What are you?
I think melatonin.
Melatonin. Goes-
yeah,
That was like over summer.
Over the summer, I think.
Oh, over the summer. Yeah, so
June?
not long ago.
June?
Yeah,
Or
I think it was
July?
June. Okay, let's check that out and see what that looks like. And so-
System sing another tune to a dance they can't recall. Actors cry out of their graves when they claim to have lost it all. Oh, that taste of an honest flame that you go waste that greed and fade. But I just won't leave it, I guess I'll move on till I count the scratches and make your car. I won't believe you, it's all an okay. When windows open, I begin. Now lock the door, toss the key, hit the code of I believe. It's up my time to realize we're alone, 'cause we just died. Call the shots, call the hits, it's only worth it, you know I win, but it's too late to fight. Majesty has lost his need since the sharks have covered blood. Picked up on avoidance rods, still sing songs with the goat of what could this be? Oh, I can't unsee it. Oh, what a fun way to victimize lost odysseys. I'm God, searching for broken answers, minimized to a gun dagger. It's all out, but no one for sure wants to hear what they already know. Close my eyes with an open mind, looking solutions all the inside, but it's too late to find. Traditions that believe. Hold your tongue, eat your young, yourself down, straight into dust. Scattered cuts will paint the skin of this fantasized futility. I just won't leave it, I guess I'll move on till I count the scratches in back of your car. I won't believe it's all in your game to breathe.
So who inspires you? What kind of music? What kind of what artist or whatever, or butterflies or the night sky, or what inspires you guys in your lyrics and your sound?
Well, that's always kind of a tricky question. I don't think we typically look to anyone like when writing music. I think just what we listen to happens to kind of
come through.
Yeah, it comes through in the music. But I think we were trying to come up with a list of people that we find inspirational. And so I'll try to remember what we said. So I think we put.
Okay, talk in the mic though.
In the mic.
See, it's always the singer.
I think. Well, I personally liked the Voids, and we really covered a few of their songs to make up for the songs that we hadn't had written yet. And that was a big.
Written yet.
Yeah, we didn't have a full set together, so we just did covers. And then I think we're into Kate Bush, that's always she's really good. Mount Erie,
television,
of course.
Queens of the Stone Ages. I like the.
That's where the rock comes from.
Yeah.
Wilco.
Oh yeah.
Tom Waits.
Tom Waits too.
He's got, I think that is where.
You've actually been compared to Tom Waits in your writing.
Yeah, we've been compared to Tom Waits. Yeah. No, I mean, I think his whole thing is he, at least in the second half of his career, he kind of, I guess it showed up in his early stuff too. He really likes to kind of go off, create these landscapes and create these characters, and make the song kind of really work with that whole idea. And I think that's a really cool thing to do, and which is what comes in a lot of our music. We kind of try to, try to write about character in a certain time, certain situation, sort of
So
base it off of that.
you're kind of describing a visual experience as well, which is super cool for me because that's where I go with music is, and a lot of people do, I'm sure, is they see these visions, and I think if you can, if that's a great hook in itself.
And everyone sees something different, so it's really cool, just super universal.
So you're not only with your sound as far as the music, but also you're really pretty heavy lyrically.
Heavy.
Like, I mean, it matters. Some people, let's just, you know, the lyrics actually come second. I don't feel that with you guys. You really have something to talk about, something to say, something you want to get across, right? I mean, one of the people I read was Bob Dylan. Like, that's a big deal. Like, that's the... I did a radio show, spoken word, spoken song, and we kept going back to Bob Dylan because he's one of the greatest writers ever. Like, ever.
Yeah, incredible lyricist. Folk lyrics are always like, they just have something
Yeah,
just
but
full of
also
their element.
poetically, and, you know, Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman is an old man that's been dead forever, and he's relevant today. Whoa. That's trippy, right? Bob Dylan, same thing. Not dead, but may as well be. No, just kidding, Bob. Just kidding. He's angry.
Sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Bob. Okay, we better go on break. I better regroup. We'll talk about Bob while we're on break. Okay, we'll be right back.
Do you know something about
Today, we're taking it to the streets again.
Pop art is art. It's in the pop culture. It is
Yeah,
Mickey
yeah.
Mouse,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I kind of like want to be like, no, we're done with all this stuff. Like, I want to destroy it. I kind of just like taking things that people like and killing it.
Yeah. I think with like social media, I think you know, everything is kind of intertwined.
Yes.
And so it kind of takes the individuality out of people. I think that was more kind of like a fuck you to like group mentality kind of thing.
Ooh.
Say Worcester again?
Worcester.
No, you're just saying Worcester.
Worcester.
Say it.
Worcester.
That poem?
Worcester.
Worcester.
They
Anyway.
call it.
I got a movie coming out we just shot in November. It's a cool indie film. It's this upcoming director, really good guy, Anish Chaganti. It's with Deborah Messing, John Cho. It should be really good. Check my background's in theater. That's what I studied back at school. And so, you know, you just spend all your time just observing human behavior. So I think that was the natural progression to kind of translate into portraits.
I kind of got really lucky and just happened to move to LA. Like,
You happened to get lucky and move to LA?
we could have ended up like in Wisconsin or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
And then you would be making cheese or something like that.
I'd be killing the cheese game.
Growing up in Indiana, it's like LA wasn't like a real thing to me. It's like fantasy land. So it's like, you know, when you move out here, you're just kind of placed in this like societal cesspool of like various characters and personalities.
Yeah.
East Coasters have like this more of a drive, and you know, so when we come over here, like we're still like very angry at everything. Like,
These guys are ridiculous. Hollywood Post Show. On Wednesday, March 15th from 7:30 p.m. to 12 a.m., Samuel Beckett, From Film to Not Film, at Stories Books and Cafe, 1716 West Sunset Boulevard, Los Angeles. In conjunction with the DVD Blu-ray release of Not Film, filmmaker archivist Ross Lippman will present a selection of video clips of rare Beckett material. Included in the release, including his reconstruction of the long-lost prologue to film and audio recordings of Beckett in production. He will also discuss the restoration of film and the making of not film. In 1964, author Samuel Beckett set out on one of the strangest ventures in cinematic history. His embattled collaboration with silent-era genius Buster Keaton on the production of a short, titleless avant-garde film. Beckett was nearing the peak of his fame, receiving a Nobel Prize 5 years later. Keaton, in his waning years, never lived to see this. That's unfortunate. The film they made, along with director Alan Schneider, Renegade publisher Barney Rossett, and Academy Award-winning cinematographer Boris Kaufman, has been the subject of praise, condemnation, and controversy for decades. So that sounds pretty interesting. Let's check that out. Okay, also, on Thursday, March 16th, 9:30 to 10:30 p.m., Big Yellow Taxi and the Sound of Musical at Pack Theater, 6470 Santa Monica Boulevard, Los Angeles. Big Yellow Taxi is one of the marquee shows at the Pack Theater and features a powerhouse cast of veteran improvisers. Their unique theatrical form was developed within the Pack and features a different special guest driver each week. Off the suggestion of a city, the players create an entire universe of characters inspired by several taxicab confessions, taking audiences on a journey that is sometimes outrageous, sometimes poignant, and always hilarious. Go for a ride Thursday night with special guests T.J. Penrod, Wendy Millam Penrod, and Ryan McLean. Once you're out of the cab, get ready for the sweet melodies of The Sound of Musical, where improv meets Broadway. A fully improvised musical, never before seen, and never to be seen again. Based on a suggestion from the audience, legendary musical director Michael Pollack will lead these ragtag young guns through a mesmerizing, tantalizing, one-of-a-kind show. The playbills are alive with The Sound of Musical. For more info, go to packtheater.com. So check that out. That's our good friend Miles Stroth at the Pack Theater, Santa Monica Boulevard. So check that out. Those performances are funny. You will like them, I promise. The Pack Theater is a great little theater and usually packed because it's a small little theater. Okay. Yeah, I'm ridiculous. Okay, so I think what's also interesting about you guys, you're young guys, you're young men. Sounds like a Asian name. But you appeal to a very broad listener base, which is a really good thing. Like you have not just your age group, but 20s, 20-ish, 30-ish.
Yeah, we tend to attract older men,
Ooh.
Which is a long-term goal for me, personally.
It's good to have a... Oh, gosh. I was going to say it's good to have a long bass, but that sounded wrong.
Goes
Okay.
with the picture.
I'm really blushing. I'm as red as that. Okay, maybe it's time to hear you guys. You guys want to play live in studio acoustic version?
Of course.
You guys want to hear it, right? You guys want to hear these guys play acoustically? Okay, and know that this is in this funny little room we've never been in before.
Could I put this down here? Maybe, I don't know if that will sound better,
But yeah, that'll work. Okay, so bear with us for just 1 second. And you're going to hear a real acoustic version of what? What are you guys going to sing?
This one's called Sober. It's on SoundCloud right now.
Oh, cool. Yay. I don't think I've heard this before.
Switch those mics.
Which
For his front one here, if you're going to be singing into it, I need to sing to that one.
which one?
Right, that right there.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay, don't drop the, don't spill the...
Let's get this out of the way. Oh man, should we just switch seats? Yeah, that's better. All right.
Hold on just a second, folks. Don't go away. Don't go away. Okay, yeah, give us some beat.
Oh, it's coming. Getting there.
It's coming.
It's coming.
What? What?
All right, I think we're good.
Okay, let's do it.
Troubled times ahead, letters ripped to shreds. Sit clear, maybe the past will come. Her eyes are turning red, the actions are possessed. when she's blinded by the sun. Broken mirrors cut your feet again. Strangers near, we don't need the rest. The night shines on for you. Dancing out with lust in unrelenting trust spreads your undesired disease. Choke on specks of dust, the rain will tend to rust, but it's run out of remedies. Lost at sea, please don't get me wet. Comfort me, we could pay the rent another time. When will this be over? I feel my brain begin to rot. Something make this better until the substance does its part. When there's a fear of falling over, and it's wrong to wanna feel like a consequence surrounds the false problems that disappear. I don't want to go. When will this be over? I feel my brain begin to rot. Persecute the sender, forbid so pretend. Friends are getting colder, information spreads. When will you just let her sink and listen me? Oh, when will this be over? I feel my brain begin to rot. Or something make this better until the substance does its part. When there's a fear of falling over, and it's wrong to wanna feel like a consequence surrounds her. False problems that disappear. I don't want to go.
Okay. That was amazing. You guys are so awesome.
Thanks. The instruments were a little wonky. A lot of
No, well, that's, you know, that's the cassette culture thing.
No, yeah, no, that was implied. We were meant to
Always,
do that.
We were meant to do that. That's right.
almost there. That's our motto.
Well, if you seriously, sorry. Okay, we're gonna go on break. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, so why do you guys think that you have such a broad audience? Like your listenership is so vast. Why do you think that is? It's a very vast word. It's a limitless word. It's an infinite. You haven't spoken enough yet.
I think we all individually have really wide ranges of what we like to listen to, and that I think that really reflects. And I think that's. I mean, most of our friends and the people we play with locally, like some of our best friends, have a wide range of music. So I think that's why we attract people with the same thing. You know.
You are what you eat. With music.
Yeah.
Like you are what you listen to.
You are what you listen to. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
And I'm just. Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, you guys seem fairly worldly and intelligent too. Like you know that there's.
Thank you.
No, you just blew it. You just blew the compliment. You're going,
I'm so stupid.
No, it just you just seem like you have a broad way of thinking, a creative mind, I guess, because there's no limits to creativity. Zero.
Well,
none.
you know, that's when I joined the group. And that's kind of why I joined the group, because these guys are really good at thinking
outside the box.
Outside of the box, or more of just they're not looking for any sort of end result. It's sort of
they
how
smash the box.
It goes. Yeah, I guess there just doesn't ever seem to be any sort of like end all goal. It's just how it ends up is until we feel satisfied with that, and that's why it's always a pleasure. You know.
There's never really an end. We continue to like alter what we do like
I don't
constantly.
Think anything
well,
we
that's
do
important
is the
to
same.
do, especially I'm sure you guys have likenesses and differences, which is awesome, because
yeah, we fight a lot.
Do you fight?
Yeah, we thank God for makeup. Otherwise, we'd all
black eyes.
Yeah.
Nobody hits him. Nobody hits the guys with glasses, though.
No,
is that still true?
I'm just the pretty guy.
Yeah, nobody
don't hits
nobody
me.
wants to ruin him. Yeah. Okay, so where are you guys playing next? I know one place you're playing, and then you can talk about the next thing, the Lexington, because we have a banner for the Lexington, right? Yes, we do. The Lexington.
Beautiful.
Oh, look at
That's
that.
a cool flyer.
It is a cool flyer. See, this is where art and music emerge.
I think it'd be better with your flyer, though. If we could maybe put our name over that, that'd be the perfect album cover.
Yeah.
So we just
Well,
designed a new
because
logo.
elevating. Well, because I elevate the creative culture, elevating cassette culture. That was wrong. I'm sorry. Okay, where else are you guys are playing in a festival?
Yeah. April 1st. We're
April Fools. Just kidding.
Yeah, that's what we
Show
thought
up.
too. It was
Show up.
someone told us we're headlining a festival
And being paid too.
Yeah, and
On
being
April
paid.
1st.
Not happening.
That's the catch.
Yeah. So it's in Los Osos, which is
Like everybody knows where that is.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
it's a little ways
I'm
from
just
here.
kidding.
I've never heard of it prior to this.
Really?
This engagement, I don't know anything.
Disengagement.
Yeah, well, it's like a music festival. It's it's basically a fundraiser for high schools, and
A
middle schools.
fundraiser?
Yeah,
You guys are
yeah.
going to raise some fun?
Oh, we're gonna raise a lot of fun.
All the
That's
kids.
And,
Funds with the D. Fun with the D.
Oh.
No fun. It's not fun at all.
so
Just kidding. It's
money.
gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we're raising money for helping raise money for the schools in that area, and we're excited. We're headlining this thing, and there's some cool acts playing. Fire. There's who we've played around with before. We've seen some of these guys. We've been in contact with them, and yeah, we're excited.
You've played with fire? Is that what you said?
We haven't played with fire. We don't play with fire. We like to keep it safe.
Yeah. Got to keep it safe.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have one more announcement because we're almost done here, and I want to make sure we get this in here. Speaking of playing with fire, let me find my announcement. Okay, so tomorrow, did I say that already? Tomorrow is Tuesday, March 14th. Ultimate Jam Night's 100th episode. You had to have already heard about it, but just in case, 100th episode. These guys have played at it opened twice. Ultimate Jam Night. Okay, with, of course, the award-winning house band Chuck Wright of Quiet Riot, Matt Starr of Mr. Big, Mitch Perry, a Rat and Lita Ford, MC Polly Z, ZO2, The Royals, Rubik's Cube, and Walter Eno, Survivor, with many others, of course. Okay, and including the Mistress of Magic, Susie Malone, who plans to silence Poe with a sword to the throat. A moment you've all been waiting for. Don't miss it. And if you can't physically make it to the famed Whiskey A Go-Go, I'll miss you. It may be the only time I'll be able to see you again. But definitely check it out on Zinna TV. Always broadcasting live every Tuesday at Ultimate Jam Night at the Whiskey A Go-Go. So I'll see you there. Okay, are we out of time or we have more time to chat? We're out of time. Okay, you know what? Let's leave them with a little bit of footage from Amplify. Is that what that is? Did I spell it wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's leave it with that. Okay, but first, where can we find you guys?
We have a website, cassettecultureband.com.
Cassette
It's got
Culture Band.
all of our links, shows coming up, photos, music, diaries.
Ooh, diaries.
DM for a personal number.
Yeah, or
I also am a therapist. So.
Ooh.
Just kidding.
Anybody else have anything else to say?
Gabe, closing regards.
Gabe, say bye.
Bye.
That was a goodbye. A good goodbye. Okay, so to check out anybody who's been on the show, is going to be on the show, social media of the show, anything about the show, go to www.wetpuzzlepiece.com. The archives of this show, probably edited just a little bit, will be on tonight or at the latest tomorrow morning, so check it out. We'll see you at Ultimate Jam Night tomorrow. Don't miss it. See you then.
Thanks for having us.
All the answers that the leak of every broken romance, so hide the story, keep on running down.